Alina is back. Hello YouTube, it is I, sneakyteak, so glad to be back today with more Alina of the Arena. Boom. Tactical deck builder roguelike, back in large part because of all of your engagement and contribution to getting more eyeballs on the game, so thank you so much. Today, we have a stated objective, which is to force burn. Can we do it? Will it work? Will it fall apart? Later on when I'm playing games, I tend to avoid forcing archetypes, but in the beginning, it can be an effective way to learn, and so that is how I would like to learn today. We have played a couple runs of the game. If you've missed any of the previous runs, you can check out the playlist in the description down below or a card up above to take you back to the most recent. Let's go. In the previous run, we played as Hunter, who starts with a rusty crossbow, which is a ranged weapon, and also Roll, which is a built-in movement tech. I honestly found Hunter to be really strong. Movement seems to be crucial for the final boss, and so I'm eager to find and invest in movement again. I'm actually starting to suspect that movement is the best defense in the game. That's one of my big kind of suspicions, theories, hypotheses so far, is that at some point, you cannot defend enough, you just have to move. We haven't yet played Warrior though. Starting deck looks mostly the same, but with an additional full-on attack, more damage in the early game, a kick with the knockback, and a war cry. They also have 80 life, which is so much. Let's go for Warrior. Their deck is slightly larger, which is going to make it slightly harder, I think, to force burn, but I also wonder if having a full-on attack built in will help to protect us, give us enough damage while we find the pieces. In we go. Veteran once again. First level, Slave Arena. Oh boy, here we go again. I'm so excited to be back. It's been a few days since I've played, and I've been looking forward to playing. I'd really like to get enough runs done that I can start to also stream this game and just get more hours in. Mystery shop to start, says a mysterious shop inside the arena. Okay. Right. We have 6 kill coins now, so we can afford to buy more stuff. One thing that you all told me in the comments is that this truly is permanent. When it says unlock accessory slot, it really does mean permanently, as in this carries to future runs. And so it feels like a good idea now to invest in some of the perma unlocks. We are 1 coin short of getting the accessory slot unlocked in addition to both of the item slots. I think what I might do is 1 item slot and an accessory, which leaves us with only 1. Oh, but hold up. Brand. Deal 4 damage, apply 1 pyrophobia. Pyrophobia says receive 1 additional burn whenever burn is received. And the upgraded version does slightly more damage. I mean, that would be a way to get burn in the deck right away. It's honestly tempting. Oh, wow. The power move on the rapier is movement? Oh, this is all very exciting. Yeah, we could do that. Instead of unlocking an accessory slot, we could go item, item, brand, and then hope we get up to 3 kill coins after this next run to get that done. I think that's very reasonable. Item. Oh! Unexpected? I didn't read? I didn't read because I didn't think that the cost would increase, but it sure did. It sure freaking did. So, okay, yep, good shot. Bye. Discarded! Don't do me like that. Okay, kill coins. You can't pile them up. Maybe we take a knockback attack? If this would become free, I would be even more invested in it, I think. Deflect is just a big block for the early game, if we wanted to do that. Big block, big attack. Okay, well this didn't turn out quite how I had hoped. But it did. It did do. 0 gold. Let's dive into a fight. Instantly surrounded by 2 hellhounds, ranged tri-archer, stones nearby that we can use or pick up in order to build huge combo. One thing I learned in the previous run is that stones get strength bonus, and you can end up doing a lot of damage. We were doing like 25 damage a stone. I mean, they can become really substantial. If we move here, we'll only be in range of this hellhound. But then we won't quite be able to kill them. We can strike. Oh, hold up. It's an area attack. What if I just strike, and kill both of these hellhounds and take 5? It's actually not atrocious, although health is pretty sacred at this point. And so I could definitely see that being wrong and preferring to go move, single attack, single block. Oh, the block does nothing, move, attack. I think that's where I'm leaning. I think we should be avoiding taking damage at this point. Move, attack. Pocket this rock for now. And then perhaps next turn, we'll get the triple kill because we'll be surrounded. Full on attack. Oh, this is bad news for y'all. Interesting. When it says area attack, it didn't quite mean what I thought. We could easily now also throw this rock on the way out, but I think I'm just going to hold it. And then we'll start moving towards them next turn. Maybe, you know, pick up a rusty dagger on the way. Warcry gives us some bonus damage when or if we want to do that, but we don't have any ranged on our attacks yet. So that's going to be another end turn. Covering the ground. Dang it, we're missing a chance to use the full-on attack here. So we need to use it so that it's available in case we have to cycle back to it. We can kick them into the wall here and get a stun. That's pretty nice, actually. Kick. And then I think we just have the finish as well. Wicked. And an item for the road. Okay, lovely fight. We didn't build up quite as much combo. It would have been really fast, like if we were speed running, to just go ahead and spin and take down the enemies around us. But I think that navigating this first fight without taking any damage was superior. All right, before we clean up the shop rewards, or rather the fight rewards here, and move further into the run, just a quick disclosure. First, I want to say a huge thank you to all of those of you who came out in droves and engaged so positively with my previous Alina of the Arena videos. I continue to think that this game is a total gem. I'm super excited and optimistic about its continued development. I really think this has the potential to be the next game that I really love. It's the tactical roguelike deck builder that I've been looking for, and I mean that very sincerely. So for those of you who came out, who engaged, who liked, who commented, who gave your thoughts and suggestions, your feedback, your tips, thank you so much. I read all those comments, and I really learned as much from playing the game as I did from all of you, and so I appreciate you so much. However, there were a few of you who came out and expressed a frustration with mistakes that I made, right? This play was foolish, can't believe you made that mistake, so frustrated watching you do X or Y or Z. It was really a minority, it's not very many people, but for those of you who feel this way, here is a message for you. If you are easily frustrated by watching the process of learning, you need not watch. Because I can tell you this about this run. I'm not going to make a single mistake. Because I'm probably going to make dozens. This is my third run. Third. That's first, second, third. Thirst. This is my third run of Alina of the Arena ever. Right? And so there's no doubt in my mind that in the process of learning and growing and reading tooltips and trying to digest all of the things in the game that I will make more mistakes. And so at the very least, pull out your stress ball and learn with me, or otherwise maybe wait for later in the series if you'd prefer to watch expert level gameplay. That being said, I do have thousands of hours of playing Slay the Spire on the deck builder front and thousands of hours of tactical games earlier on in my life and career. I'm confident that I can learn to play this game quite quickly, that I will approach this learning curve aggressively, and that I will become more expert at a rapid clip. I'm excited to demonstrate that process. And hey, I don't want to just put up a no entry sign. Here's a quick tip. If you find that you're often frustrated watching streams or YouTube videos, I'm right there with you. I've watched so much Twitch and so much YouTube, and I know what it's like to watch on helplessly as someone else makes a mistake. But here's a pro tip. A lot of this is mindset. If you're looking at someone who's playing a game and you're searching for them to make a mistake, then you're going to find them all the time, and it's not going to be fun. But if you instead accept mistakes and look for exciting moments, novelty, breakthroughs, and flashes of brilliance, then you'll get to have an incredible time watching someone else experience a game. You'll get to be right there with them, and frankly, you might learn something. Because sometimes things that get called out as mistakes actually aren't. There could be a piece that you're missing, right? So just wanted to say that really quickly. I don't want to spend too much time on this. I'm really eager to get into the run, but it's crucial to me that on this channel, I focus on the entire process of learning and growth within games. And I do not want to create any facade or smokescreen that this channel will be 100% flawless play. It's not. Nobody wakes up and is a master at anything. It takes work, and what I'm showing you today is the work. So buckle up and enjoy it with me. As long as we have fun with learning and we allow mistakes, then we'll grow really fast. Okay, having said my piece, let's play some games. There's a follow-up here, a parry, deal 6 damage, gain block equal to damage dealt, and breathing technique. We have looked at and taken all of these cards in the past. One thing that we want to be thinking about is what's going to set us up to do the burn thing. And I suspect that for a while, the burn thing is going to be built around a single card. And so I think that breathing technique is very natural, right? This is a way for us to recur a single card once we find it. So let's take it. We also get the Art of War, gain 3 poised, draw 1 additional card next turn for 3 turns. I will absolutely take this item, and I will absolutely take this rusty dagger. And we can switch in and out of our equipment now whenever we want, even during fights, which means using slots to carry a couple extra weapons might be really valuable to us in terms of the tactical component of the game. I suspect that that's Alina's real superpower, is the ability to arbitrarily switch equipment during fights to the point to where it almost seems like it's going to become overwhelming, right? But we shall see. They look so weak, says the audience, not ready for our sweet growth montage. Okay. Somebody pointed out to me in the comments that this little moat, this little bright icon indicates that the enemy is standing on an item. And we can actually see that here. This one's standing on a rock, this one's standing on a rock. The spike beetles will die in 2 hits, but they do also have spiky, and we do not have any block in this hand. I think what I'm gonna do is move here towards the slave fighter, attack, and then kick to clear them away from us. I don't think I'm about to switch to rusty dagger. Although it really wouldn't be bad here, and then we wouldn't build up fatigues. You know what, let's try that. Rusty dagger? Wow, I can't believe it just lets me do that. Strike. Strike. And kick. This means we can also arbitrarily equip a shield as long as we carry one to maximize our block value. Oh my. With the bleed on this enemy, we can easily kill them. Note that we also have some solid block here. So we could switch back to the rusty longsword in order to do kind of an area attack on these enemies, which is really tempting. We can also move into this rusty shield, pick it up, use it. I think that's the play. War Cry. Breathing technique to bring back probably just an attack, to be honest. Maybe the kick. Now we have 6 block. So if we attack and then get double attacked, we'll be safe. We have 2 damage on this rock right now. And that's a ranged attack, so we won't take any retaliatory damage. I think we're better served just taking down the slave fighter on this turn. Oh my, a shield potion. Well, that might actually be part of our strat. But we got some good rock damage in here. And now they're lined up to where we could easily do an area attack. Area full-on attack and kill them both. And just block beforehand. Perfect. Okay, so it goes guard. Equip. Weapons used this turn cannot be unequipped. There it is. There's the catch-22. That's really too bad because this would have been an easy win just unequipping these two, throwing on the broadsword, blocking for, you know, a lowly 5, and then swanging. But that's okay. As it is, we can still kill one, survive the hit from the other very easily, and learn. We'll certainly be granted the learning. Now, this time, we can just use multiple attacks again, it's fine. Block, strike, strike. Huge learning in that fight. Because in each of our runs, there's been some reason that we can't switch equipment during the fight. In our first run ever, we had a cursed piece of equipment. In our second, we had the dog charm, which keeps you from switching equipment during fights. So, massive. All right, we're offered heavy blow, which is a big, dumb hit. Vigilant, which is draw, replacement, and block, or block and draw replacement. And backstab, a 0 cost, 4 damage, vulnerable opener. That's kind of cool. Particularly with our big hits, this could be really nice in our area. Let's take a backstab. I don't want to not take anything while we wait to find burn, because at the end of the day, we might just not ever find any burn. And even when we have it, we're still going to want some basic damage, right? So I think that we're well served to still take some stuff. Okay, we're cruising now. Go to an event. Oh my. You're surrounded by the Mafia, whose boss has grown tired of losing bets. They offer you to help them win by doing something extra during your next match, and promise a handsome pay in advance. Okay, end the match as quickly as you can. If we win the next fight in 5 turns, then we get to gain 200 gold, otherwise we'll lose it all, okay? Perform a dazzling combo, perform a 6-hit combo, or lose all your gold. We can do that by picking up rocks. Finish the fight without taking any damage, or lose all your gold. This is interesting. I think that we could pull off any of these. I'm a little worried about variance on 5 turns, because we don't have that much mobility. And so depending on what fight we get, this might just not be possible. Whereas I think Dazzling Combo is theoretically always possible, especially now that we have Backstab, so long as we can pick up some rocks as we go. And finish the fight without taking any damage, I feel really positive about at this stage of the game. I don't know how many fights there are where we'll be forced to take damage. Let's do damage free because that's what we want to be doing anyway, but then we do need to push to another regular fight. I'm not going to do that in an elite. Create, forget, or switch. We might actually want to be creating at this phase because of how valuable it is to find new strong cards. In the long run, I like to be using these to forget things. But right now, we're still looking for, you know, burn, right? Well. All right, best defense. This was a critical component of our first run. Turn defense into damage. Final blow is a scaling attack based on retaining. Jab, deal 1 damage plus 1 additional damage for each jab in your deck. If damage is dealt, add a copy to your discard pile. Oh, that's cute. It's got free hit too. So if you have enough draw, this could be a powerful draw and strength, right? Or draw and bleed. You need draw and some effect, and this could be part of an interesting engine. But here's Fireball. Hurl an exploding ball of fire that deals 8 area damage and applies 2 burn. It's got some knockback, and it also has Fire Starter, which creates flaming tiles. It begins. The burn. Don't be shy. Come test your strength. Win a prize if you beat this young man at arm wrestling. A tall, slender man wearing shades and a suit can be heard hollering from afar as he points at a boy with spiky hair. Challenge the boy. Lose 25 gold and 0 HP. Receive a random weapon. Okay, I'll do it. We also got muscle pain. But we did get a great sword. Increased damage by 2. Area attack. Power move deals knockback. It's +2 damage. I mean, it's simply better than our longsword, no? Unless the area attacks are different? This seems like this is just the longsword, but better. We'll take it. Cool. All right. And we go to the fight. Remember, we have to win this without taking any damage. Lousy fighter here is going to guard. If we attack them, we can interrupt it. We don't have any stones yet. This enemy's attacking for 5. It's too bad. We do have a full-on attack in our hand. I wish we could use it. We don't need to block here. What we're going to do is move in, and then full-on attack and kick for the kill. Switch back to our big weapon. If we're going to do that, I guess we need to use Art of War, because we have to unequip this other stuff. Managing a 2-handed weapon and 2 one-handed weapons is a pain in terms of equipment slots, huh? Oh, we're not even going to need to kick. That's just so much damage. That's fine. Has it started? You fools. Okay. Now this enemy will be all blocked up, and they're going to start moving forward towards us, and they want to do 10? Okay, but we can break their guard. Dang it, the opener. We're so close to being able to open. Yeah, we can move in and break their guard to get a stun. We have Warcry in this hand, so it should be trivially easy to do. Worst case, we could always block with the shield potion, but we're not going to need to. Let's go move in. Warcry. Strike, strike. There's no reason why I'm using the copper strikes over the silver. They're functionally identical. Greatsword is a 2-handed weapon, so I think it applies to both slots. It does, verifiably, based on the numbers. I think, honestly, most of my previous runs, all of our power has been in copper, and so that's just habit. Breathing technique to bring back the full-on attack to close the fight seems totally reasonable to me. We could move out and then fireball this enemy as well, which is kind of funny. But that's not safe to do without hurting ourselves. We're not fireproof yet. So let's don't do that. Let's just go strike, play out the fatigue, and breathing technique, the full-on attack. That'll go into our draw pile, which only has it, and so we'll be guaranteed the kill next turn. Notably, I think we did this in 5 turns as well, so that would have also worked. Backstab. Destroy. Heck yeah. Little combo there at the end. We could have got it in 1 hit, but I did it in 2 for a little bit more combo. Love to figure out exactly how effective that is. Mafia's offer, win the fight without taking any damage or lose all your gold, success. So we get to keep that huge amount of extra gold. That was one of the best events we've had in a while, other than the Vampire Werewolf event. We've had a few really bad events lately that denied us, were either completely empty or actually denied us value. Okay, between follow-up, get psyched, and best defense, this might be a skip. Although, get psyched could be nice. Making status cards free, there's certainly a few fights that applies to. It opens up more weapons as well. It lets us get rid of our... Actually, yeah, this has immediate synergy because it lets us... Or synergy. It's an immediate tool because it lets us get rid of our muscle pain. I kind of want to take this card just because I want to see how good of a utility it is in some fights. Like slimes, right? Getting rid of slimes, getting rid of wounds. I kind of doubt that it's worth a slot, but that's exactly why I want to take it. Rusty's sword can go. We don't need it. Looks like money to me. Okay. Probably time to take a shop, then. with our 275. I'd kind of like to go cards, buy cards, remove cards, switch card colors, and start seeing if we can buy some of our burn kit. Might even pay for a reroll. This feels so weird to me, by the way. I never play games like this. I am so not used to trying to force an outcome in a roguelike. I am usually such an adaptive player, not just because I think it's better, but it's just my preference, right? I much prefer to try to play into the tide of the run that I'm in rather than to try to force something, even in games where it's possible to force. But we're trying to learn, and I really feel strongly that stepping outside of your comfort zone and doing different things is a huge part of learning, right? So I've got to know if this burn thing can work. If we want to try to make it work, then almost definitely we need to reroll here. And there's nothing else here that I really want to take anyway. Okay, tough. Still no burn stuff. Lose 4 HP, gain 1 energy. That's no pain, no gain. Battle Stance is back. We've talked about this card some. Pick 1 card from your hand to retain until played. That's trump card, and we can't afford it. I might honestly just leave this store and go to another one before the end of the act, rather than spending a ton of money on removals right now. Feels really wacky, though. Let's go up this way. We'll train this fireball up to be 12 damage. When we set this bad boy up, it's gonna feel nice. The other reason I like to do weird things like forced archetype runs is that they simplify some of your decision making. When you're trying to play really well at a macro level and really well at a micro level in a game that you don't know, sometimes you can be just a little overwhelmed by the process. Limiting your decision space by saying, okay, I'm gonna pick burn. Or when I played Astronarch, saying, I'm gonna random roll my characters. So I don't get to choose my characters. That can force you to be creative in a slightly more constrained space, and so it can actually be easier to play and easier to learn. I think a lot of people think you should put on, limitations or challenge rules once you're already good at a game, but I actually like using those as a learning tool. Okay. Honor guy. Now I wonder what happens if you attack this enemy early. We should actually try this. If we had some range, we could use this backstab more easily. I think we should be looking for something like a ranged weapon or a rapier in order to set up this backstab from range. That could make all the difference for us. For now, what I think I want to do is fireball, and what we need to do is decide if we're also going to move. If I fireball here, it'll do damage and also push these enemies out. It'll stun the honor guy. But then we'll still be too far out of range to do anything to anyone. But if we move, we won't have access to that particular tile. So we might just be wasting a movement on this turn, and that's actually okay. All right, bottoms up. Prideless scum, you asked for it. Oh, are they gonna now come fight me and they're gonna be much stronger? That's terrifying if so. I mean, I've never tried to do this, right? So we're gonna find out. Well, right now you look like you're stunned, which is not gonna help you kill me. We can kill one and with a sweep and then kick. Perfect. Warcry. Attack. Kick. Play out the fatigue and breathing technique to bring back fireball, actually. And that'll be how we kill this bad guy. If they try to move, we can knock them back into the wall again. They are in dire straits. That was good. Ooh, we got the full-on attack. Yo, that's hype. So maybe this is strike, get psyched. Trying to decide if we start backing up here or not. If we back up, right now they're gonna do what? Guard? and then they'll probably move, and so we could back up some. But not until after we attack, right? So it's moot. Why don't we dequip the greatsword to avoid making superfluous fatigue? And then just attack, get psyched. Oh, you know what? We should have gotten that kill with the full-on attack, because now that's going to exhaust. And we actually might have wanted to cycle into that. So, a small mistake, but acceptable. Okay, are we going to move here first, or are we just going to fireball right into them? Oh, flaming sword! Let's go, baby! Yes! Very exciting! Very exciting! Okay. Burn through the weapon! Oh, man. That's so hype. Yeah, let's fireball directly into them, I think. We can also move first. I mean, it's not like we can do anything else. That knocks them back and forces them to walk through this burn, which works quite nicely for us. That's it, say the spectators, excited to see this man's on fire. Unfortunately, we just cycled, which means that I can't breathing technique the fireball. But I could breathing technique a war cry, or I can just get rid of muscle pain now. Certainly all very tempting. I think it's muscle pain, next turn grab the flaming sword. I wish this war cry were upgraded, that might be next up. Get him! Oh, is the burn doing health damage? I can't say that I actually expected that. This is so cagey. Flaming sword. Let's go, baby. Fireball. Sploosh. Kaboom. Oh, he's trying to get out of the fire. What is this? You're allowed to do that? All we need to do is throw a rock. If we can just get close, we can throw a rock and we'll be there. Barricade. Might as well carry some block forward, right? No reason not to, particularly. The burn is in the draw pile. We can walk up and pick up a rock. Let's go here. Let's play Get Psyched, kick into nothing, and then play Breathing Technique to bring back the kick. That way, if they do close the gap, we can just kick them back into the fire. Oh, we're losing support. The fight's taking too long. I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I have to play smart! I'm sorry! Oh, that's interesting. I never thought about this. Check this out. Throw. Oh, okay. I was hoping the rock would land there and that I could pick it up again. Too good to be true. Step in the fire. Do it. Do it. Stand in the fire. They died to the burn. The crowd roars? Flaming weapons. Apply 1 burn whenever you deal damage. Love to read it. Final blow. This is the rampage, we've seen it. Flaming barrier, gain 6 block, gain 2 ember. Ember, when attacked this turn, apply 1 burn to attacker. Cool, burn things. Tough nut. 1 more trick. Pick a card from your draw pile and add it to your hand. This is so good. This is just like a seek that you can pick up. This card is so freaking good. But we gotta take flaming weapons. Powers are few and far between. And we found one of the powers which is relevant to our build. It's expensive, but we can upgrade it to be cheaper. Let's take it. I'm definitely feeling like Burn build wants to be a mage. I'm really getting the sense that Flaming Sword might not actually be the final answer. I really feel like the final answer might be ranged weapons. That's my strong sense. But we're gonna see as we get further into the run, huh? Foit! Got another elite coming too. Okay, let's go fight and probably upgrade, like maybe the war cry actually. And then go fight that elite. Woo! I shall cleanse this island, say these fun dancing, singing folks, the acolytes. Yeah, the regular fights start to get harder from here. Just a lot of enemies. But we do have a great sword. I mean, really, we can set ourselves up to do quite the thumping. If we move in and Warcry for 50% increase, this would be 918, and then we're very close to a kill. If we had a rock here, we'd actually be there. I still think that that's probably the correct move, just because of how much base. Oh, we have Flaming Sword? No, no, Great Sword will give us... Okay. Dang it. We can use the knockback. We can use... Okay, I've got the solution. Move. Play the Art of War. Equip the Great Sword. Strike. Did I not play the Warcry already? Oh, Tiki. It's okay. A small error and a forgivable one. I think I'm interested in taking this crossbow as part of the plan. But that was a bummer. That was a bummer. I definitely intended to Warcry because then we'd have one of them down. A-okay though. We can now very easily finish these off and use a fireball like here for just massive, disgusting damage. Smash. And fireball. Ooh, they're throwing me traps. Very cool. It's gonna be hard to get high combos with fireball, but that might be okay. Wow, we have backstab and full-on attack. If only we could teleport to the enemy right here, right? I'm quite sure that a little bit more movement and a ranged weapon for some of this stuff, that's gonna be the missing ingredient. What we want to do here, I think, is move, kill, I switched off of the broadsword or greatsword because we don't need fatigues. And then breathing technique to bring back the fireball, which should be incredibly effective for finishing off these acolytes. Plus, if we throw right here, it's gonna knock them both into the wall and give us instant stuns on both of them, and that is just freaking ridiculous. Oof. Wouldn't want to be in that position. Oh my. Why stop at one? Simply do it again. The crowd's gonna be like, why do they just stand? They don't understand. Uh-oh, we didn't draw the goodies this turn. That's okay. We will just move away. Why fight when can flee instead? That was good. That was smart play. Smart play, Alina. Is that the Alina of the arena? Try harder, says person in audience who has never tried anything in their life. Get so wrecked, audience member, by my sword of burning. Try harder. So trolly. Okay. Ooh. New stuff here. Stand your ground, gain 7 block, multiplied by number of surrounding units. Okay, this has been really effective for us sometimes in the past. Blind. Deal 6 damage, apply 1 weak. If upgraded, it goes to 2 weak. And weak is a 25% full attack output damage. Heavy Rain. Deal 7 damage. If damage is dealt, draw a random Heavy Rain from the draw pile and reduce its cost to 0. So this is another one of these cards that you want to duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. This and the Jab. That's a new mechanic for us. And it could work really, really nicely with Burn if instead of getting our burn from mage-style spell attacks like Fireball, we get our burn from burn weapons and repeatable attacks. This could all work very well. But this would only be our first Heavy Rain, right? It's kind of hard to commit without knowing if we're going to be able to get another, I feel. What I do know is that I want this crossbow. Dagger, increase damage by 1 whenever you deal unblocked damage, apply 1 bleed. Tempting. This is tough because the greatsword... It's hard to carry the shield, the greatsword, and the crossbow. I might actually drop the shield and run like flaming sword crossbow. And then pick up the trap or the dagger. Probably the trap. Having an immobilize effect is a real lifesaver going into an elite fight, or can be. Okay, nice fight. And we're fairly rich. Let's go fight the elite now. We'll take the shop before we go to the champion. Get even richer. Okay. They all immediately circled around us. Oh no, but I feel bad for them. Okay, so we've got Gob Brother. Ripper, add 1 wound to your hand whenever it deals unblocked. Gob Brother 2. And Gob Brother 3. But what we have is a knockback effect with the greatsword. Area backstab, area strike, area full-on attack with the knockback. We are about to bring the freaking ruckus. And the question is, who do we want to trap? Why don't we go ahead and put a trap here. Do equip the crossbow. Equip the greatsword. Area backstab. This might just win. Area strike. Area full-on attack. Oh my. Well. Yes, pay me. All right, cool. Exploit weakness, deal 5 damage and pierce. Ignore block to deal direct damage. Best defense back. Fast metabolism, draw additional card when you draw status. Which can work quite nicely actually with greatsword, but I'm not convinced that we're going to stay greatsword forever. I'm definitely enjoying having an area attack for some of these though. Think fast. It's got to be this. Beef up, yeah. Draw 3 cards. This card is a literal master of strategy that you can just pick up for free. I mean, it's amazing. Okay, we can pick the Rusty Shield up again for now. It's only worth 1 anyway, even if we just have to drop it on the ground. It's fine. Cool. Now we go shop. And the question that we need to ask is, are we better served to look for more cards for burn build? Or do we actually want to go items at this point and look for whatever is left of our burn kit and start to upgrade, say, the burning sword? I want to be strong enough, and I've been impressed by some of the weapons that you can see in the item shop, and we have plenty of money to cycle it once or twice too. I feel like if we saw, as an example, a burning crossbow, it could totally revolutionize this run. And in the worst case, we upgrade our burning sword a time or two, and that'll make a huge difference. But we're certainly still missing some key cards. I think there's one that makes you immune to fire damage so that you can walk through your own burn. I only wish that I could buy upgrades here, and then I would just instantly click on cards. Because I know that even if we don't find anything, we could get some upgrades. Okay, in the spirit of forcing the burn, we'll go cards one more time. Oh, cool. A card that gives you extra power moves, that's cute. Gain 3 block when you play a status. That's a cool power for us. Status generation. And then we play them for free with Energized. That's a potential way to make a fair bit of block. I think this is just a roll, though. Yes! Okay, Killer Instinct. Every time you deal damage and apply bleed, draw 1 card. Each stack decreases the number of times required. Oh my goodness. So this gets down to every time you deal damage and apply bleed, you draw a card. And then you just jab, 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 jab. That seems like that could be very busted. This is something that's missing so far from our burn, is effective energy or effective draw. That seems totally... We got to do a bleed run. Okay. Fireballer. Every 4 times you deal damage, add 1 small fireball to your hand. Each stack decreases the number of times required. Small fireball is a 2 cost. It says, hurl a flaming ball that deals 2 damage and applies 2 burn. Does not stack fireballer. Burn build? Slam? Slam. Okay. Improvise is a damage and draw, which I really like. But I don't think I'm ready to spend money on other basic cards. I might take a removal here. Certainly feeling like we can drop a guard or 2. I'm not eager to upgrade basic guards. And I felt really good about removing guards in the previous run. We don't have quite as much movement in this run, which is going to make that feel harder. But we'll find movement. We'll find movement. Movement attacks, I feel like, are a really good way to find movement. Another fight! Enemy Ranger. 4 Spike Lads. Okay. If that just isn't potentially the nastiest fireball ever. So we're going to move here, fireball, and kick them to where they shoot their friend. That's amazing. Seat's amazing. Amazingest. Okay, move. Fireball. There's a rock under us. Throw it and then hit him with the kick. And then they shoot their friend. Woo! Flaming bottle. Gotta take that on the road, absolutely. It's not nice what you did to your friend there. I kind of thought it was cool, though. We can use crossbow here. Oh, that's sick. To shoot this enemy to kill them. My only sadness is that I can't then also full-on attack, as I understand this. Because we would strike, and then I can no longer move equipment from hand to hand that I've already used. So we need to move first. Strike. Weapons cannot... Use this turn cannot be unequipped, right? Reload. Breathing technique. To bring back whatever. The kick, actually. In the turn. Enemy is attempting to do bad things. Let us tell them no. Clean act. Clean fights. 0 mistakes. Ever. Fortify. Well, maybe there is a big block for us. I wasn't planning to take any blocks, but like, we're gonna take a fortify. That's so good for the coming act in terms of just stabilizing. I think I'm gonna drop the rusty shield at this point. We're just not getting enough value out of it. In theory, the barricade could work, but we'll pick up a better shield in Act 2. And we'll take Flaming Bottle, because that seems like that could really bail us out. Couple value nodes, and then the champion, and then we're done with Act 1. Rest, train, let's upgrade our kit. I think Flaming Weapons first, but it could be Fireballer, actually. This gets more value because not only does it get cheaper, but it starts with lower stacks. Let's go Fireballer first, and then Flaming Weapons, and we'll start looking for repeatable attacks. Meditate, Let's forget another card at this point. I'm pretty tempted to actually forget Warcry sooner rather than later, because base damage is not how we're going to win, but I think that we can start by forgetting a basic strike. We haven't really picked up many new attacks, but I think that's okay. Oh, weird. In we go. All right, we got Spider Champion again. This is who we had last time. They like to spawn eggs. And then they have a bunch of little spiderlings who do their bidding. Notably, we have a backstab here, and we can stun both of these enemies with a kick. So this should be an easy... Oh, but then we don't want to backstab. Ooh, that's curious. Right, if we backstab right now, we'll actually do too much damage. I actually think kicking here and getting the double stun is better. Okay, Warcry. Kick. Fireballer. Oh, that was an attack. We should have done the Fireballer first, I think. That was a small mistake, but acceptable. And then we will keep backstab. This enemy will move closer. We'll backstab them to open the turn, and then we'll begin the killing. We could have thrown the Molotov right here, but I just genuinely don't think we need to. Nice turn. Strike. Strike. Reload. Range strike. Small fireball. The burn begins. Oh, they mad. And we don't have any knockback here. Yet. Let's go ahead and plan to move out of the way. Then we can't play flaming weapons. Is that okay? I think so. It's too bad, but it's acceptable. We could do a ranged full-on attack. Okay, let's move crossbows here and see if it still needs to be reloaded. Okay, it keeps its reloaded status. That's fascinating. But now we get to do a ranged full-on attack, and that's pretty lit. Don't think we need to do flaming bottle here. Oh my! Hello? Look at the radius on that sucker. What the heck? Oh, okay. It's a regular fireball radius. It doesn't affect... This is where we can throw it. Got it. That's just where we could get it. Okay. I was like... What is this? Oh, a Demon Slayer sword. Okay, cool. Oh, we might pick that up. Actually... It's kind of fun cycling the weapons. I'm having fun with that. We've never done that in a run before. And so for me, this is new. Spawning eggs behind us is their plan. We can get a backstab in here. Let's freaking do it. Oops. Oh. I forgot that reloading counts as playing a card for openers. You can use an item without interrupting an opener, but you cannot reload. Small lapse in judgment. Could cost us everything. Oh, yeah. Okay, we've got kick again. So we'll probably kill all of these with a broadsword attack. Can I do enough damage? Yes, because of Warcry. Perfect. I might be forced to use Flaming Bottle here then, if I'm going to put the broadsword on. I think that's okay. Flaming Bottle. Broadsword. Warcry. Ooh, it's not quite enough, is it? Oh, we have 2 attacks. We'll be fine. Strike. Strike. Kick. Oh, they did not move. Okay. Okay. This will not be a flawless fight. Massive, cannot be pulled or knocked back. I knew this. I think that I wasn't thinking about this because of the fact that we managed to get a stun by knocking one of their spiderlings into them. And so to me, that feels like a co-movement effect, but this enemy cannot be moved. And that I knew that actually, but I was ready to be so clever. Honestly, taking 22 damage here is far from the end of the world. We get a full heal at the end of every act, and this just leaves us in position to close down, right? So fatigue, fatigue, throw up some block. Yeah, unfortunately, we couldn't even use our knockback effect here. We could use our shield potion if we're going to carry more stuff. You know what? Let's do that. It's only a shield potion M. This lets us block more of the incoming. It's completely superfluous. I mean, we could just turn this thing into gold, but it's super fluidy that I can get into. Full on attack with a burn. Breathing technique to bring it back. We're pushing now. Especially with all this burn, 14 burn stacked up. That's actually wild. Spawn eggs. I feel like it's time to just end it. Yes! Backstab. Oh, but then I can't use the full-on attack. Oh, no. Oh, no, I can't do that. Okay, that's fine. We'll move in. And instead, we'll do like this. Full-on attack one more time. So much to consider. But I think at this point, we pretty much just close the fight. We might have one more turn here where we broadsword and kill off all the enemies. But it certainly feels like we're very close. Yeah. This will be the end game, right? That's way too many spiders. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's the one real threat, huh? Understood. Is it time to go back to Broadsword Town? We sure do look stuck. We sure do look stuck. If we just go strike, 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 kick. Yeah, no, let's broadsword here, right? I mean, it's madness. Use the knockback too, probably. These are obstacles, they can't be moved. Heard. I don't know, maybe we should just be... We might be able to get the kill this turn. They're on 15 burn, so 13, 30, 28. So we just need to do 28 damage. If we use the flaming sword, we can't move it. So we would put it here. That's 6, 12, 18, 20. Plus we're applying an extra 2 burn, 22 plus 15. It's so close. But it's not quite there, is it? Okay, so this is definitely greatsword. Plan to do some AoE business. I might even just power move and knock him back immediately and then get 2 hits back here for the kill. That honestly looks pretty correct. We're about to get blitzed, though. We really have messed up by letting that. I was sure that we were right at the end of the fight, and so I just didn't even consider that there could be further risk. Uninterruptible? No, don't you interrupt it by killing it? Did that change? This is weird. Oh, maybe we just let them hatch. Then. Oh, the fireball! We might have actually had lethal. We still might. It's so freaking close. So freaking close. I don't know if that's enough spiders. What do we think? Maybe we should throw a fireball? What do we think? Yeah, maybe. Fireball action? To push ourselves to the obstacle. What are you thinking, Teak? How do I maximize Spiderian death? Like this? Oh, but I can't throw through. Okay, you can't toss over an enemy. Who knew? Not this guy. Let me tell you what. In that case, I guess we just clean it up. Let's go knockback, regular strike. Just for the sake of having done it. That got kind of spooky, spookier than I expected. I did not realize how quickly the spiders could stack up if we didn't manage the eggs. And with the broadsword, we actually had all the power to continuously manage the eggs. I underestimated them. But that is okay. There's a rope hook here, which is a solid movement effect, and we've been saying we need more movement, excuse me. Let's take that. Yeah, I'm gonna be really prioritizing movement effects from here, I think. Re-equip our main setup. This allows us to bring the Demon Slayer sword and the sapping blowgun forward. Honestly, I don't think the Demon Slayer sword is gonna get used on this run. I could see switching it to Flaming Sword for one fight as kind of pseudo AoE. If we're gonna do that, maybe we just drop Greatsword though, right? At this point. But I've been impressed by how much value we've gotten out of that area attack. Just a huge amount of value. It's interesting, they're both worth the same amount. We'll keep it like this. We'll sell off the Demon Slayer sword. I mean, I guess we can always just sell it off in a future fight, right? There's no reason not to take it here as far as I'm aware. G freaking G! Offered some accessories. We can take a crane charm. A necklace says gain 1 energy each turn, receive 5 old wound at the start of each fight. We did take energize, so this is easier for us to take. Flaming bracer, increase actively applied burn by 1. Fortune bracer, at the start of each fight, reduce the cost of a random card in your hand to 0 for the fight. Flaming bracer, increase actively applied burn by 1. If we're forcing burn, surely we take the burn accessory. Now what we really, really want is to stack up small burning hits. Honestly, if we could do 10 single burn hits at a turn, that would be the best case outcome, right? Let's take it. I honestly think Crane Charm is very takeable here, and the extra energy would really help us, but let's take the Burning Bracer for the sake of making good on our promise to force the build, as it were. G. Freaking G. That's Act 1. On to second level, but we're gonna have to do it in another episode. This has been Alina of the Arena. I've been sneakyteak. Thank you so much for joining me for another Spelunk foray into this roguelike tactics deck builder gym. So excited to explore more in the coming episodes. Hope to see you all in the next video. Bye for now, folks.